morning students. In the previous sessions we discussed about the multiplications of integers and that means multiplications of integers and closure properties of integers, that means closure property, commutative property, associative property under addition, subtraction, multiplication as well as division. Now we are going to learn in this session about the distributive property. Distributive property, what is meant by multiplicative identity, what is meant by multiplication by 0, the properties of multiplicative identity, multiplication by 0 and the distributive property. The main aim of this session is by end of the session we are going to get clarity about what is meant by distributive property. Let us learn now. Distributive property. This property states that multiplication is distributive over addition. This property states that multiplication is distributive over addition. What is distributive property? A into B plus C equal to, we are going to multiply first this A into B. A into B plus A into C. Are you able to understand? A into B plus C is equal to A into B. We are going to perform an operation first on A into B. A into B plus A into C. So, if we are satisfying both the sides, the LHS and RHS, we can say that distributive property is satisfied for integers over addition. So, let us see whether it satisfies or not. Let me take an example. A equal to 10, B equal to 2, C equal to 3. Okay, I was taking A equal to 10, B equal to 2, C equal to 3. So, substitute in the place of A 10, in the place of B 2, in the place of C 3. Now, A, what we assume in the place of A? 10. So, write in the place of A 10. 10 into, open the bracket, B. B means what we assume 2. So, write in the place of B 2 plus C. C means what we assume 3. So, write in the place of C 3. Are you able to understand? Next, equal to, again open the bracket, A into B. Means we are performing first A to the A and B term. So, 10. A means nothing but 10. So, 10 into, what is B term we assumed here? 2. So, write 2 plus A into C. What we assume A as 10. So, in the place of A we have to write 10 into C. C means nothing but 3. In the place of C we have to write 3. Let's simplify this. 10 into, first we should simplify the terms which are in the brackets. Understand? So, first solve this, the terms which are in the bracket. 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is nothing but 5. So, 2 plus 3 is nothing but 5. You able to understand? Equal to, now first simplify the first bracket. 10 2s are 20 plus 10 3s are 30. So, 10 2s are 20 and 10 3s are 30. Now, what we have to do? Next step, we have to simplify the terms. 10 5s are 50. 20 plus 30, 50. So, what we got here? Both LHS and RHS was equal. That means the left hand side and the right hand side was equal. So, by this we can say that distributive property was satisfied under addition for integer. Distributive property satisfied under addition for integers. Multiplication under over addition. This property is distributive property, multiplication over addition. It's satisfied for integers. Are you able to understand? Don't forget the formula. Just use, go through with the property once again. A into B plus C equal to A into B plus A into C. Okay. Now let's see how to solve the distributive property multiplication over subtraction. So here we discuss multiplication over addition, right? Multiplication over addition. So here we are going to solve multiplication over subtraction. See, this property states that multiplication is distributive over subtraction. Same property, but here we are going through the operations of multiplication over addition. But here we are going towards the multiplication over subtraction. So let us see whether it satisfies for integers integers or not. So here also I was assuming same numerical values to understand the concept. So here also I was assuming A equal to 10, B equal to 2 and C equal to 3. Okay, A equal to 10, B equal to 2, C equal to 3. Now what we have to do? We have to substitute in the place of A 10, in the place of B 2, in the place of C 3. Okay, now A equal to 10. So 10 into, what is the value of B? 2. 2 minus, what is the value of C? 3 equal to A. A means what? 10 into B. B means we assumed as 2. Close the bracket minus, what is the value of A? 10. Again open the bracket, 10 into 3. First step what we have to do, just we have to substitute the terms what we was assumed. Next what we have to do, we have to simplify the terms which are within the brackets. Now 10 into, solve the terms which are in the bracket. 2 is positive integer, 3 is negative integer, right? So one positive, one negative means nothing but we have to subtract the integers. Now 3 minus 2, how much? 1. 3 minus 2 is nothing but 1. For greater numerical value, it is negative. 2 is smaller numerical value compared to the 3. So 3 has negative sign. So the result is also had negative minus 1 equal to, simplify the terms which are in the bracket, and RHS sign. 10 2s are 20 minus 10 3s are 30. Okay, first step we substituted the terms which are in the what we are assumed. Second step what we have to do, we have to simplify the terms with the which are in the within the brackets. Now next we have to simplify the terms whatever we had left. Now 10 1s are, according to already I explained about multiplication how we have to do. First multiply the numerical value to the numerical value. 10 1s are 10. One positive, one negative. Both are different signs. So one positive, one negative means the result is also negative minus 10 equal to, here also if you assume for 20 is a positive integer, 30 is a negative integer. So 30 minus 20 how much? 10. Yes. Now, but 20 is a smaller numerical value, 30 is a greater numerical value. For greater numerical value we had negative sign. So here also we have to substitute we have to write the negative as a result. Now, so by this what we assume, what we understood, LHS is equal to RHS, so that distributive property satisfied and for integers or multiplication over subtraction. Are you able to understand? Distributive property satisfied under addition, for addition and as well as for subtraction for integers. Are you able to understand? Now let's move to the multiplicative identity. Okay, so what is the rule of multiplicative identity? Multiplying an integer by 1 does not change the integer. I repeat once again. Multiplying an integer by 1 does not change the integer. That means if we multiply any integer with 1, the result will be the integer itself. Okay, so see the property A into 1 or 1 into A, the result is A only. For example, if I was multiplying 5 with 1, what will be the result? The result will be 5 itself. Or else, if I was multiplying 1 with 5, then also the result will be 5 itself. If I was multiplying minus 10 into 1, what is the result? Minus 10. If we are multiplying any integer by 1, so the result does not change. That means the result will be the number itself. 100 into 1, 100, 200 into 1, 200, minus 20 into 1, minus 20. There will be no change in the result. Are you able to understand what is multiplicative identity? Multiplying an integer by 1. If we are multiplying an integer by 1, the value does not going to change. Multiplying an integer by 1 does not change the integer. So for example, A into 1 equal to 1 into A equal to A. That means the result will be the A itself. The result is not going to be changed. Other than 1, if you take any other number, for example 1 into 2. 1 into 2, the result will be 2 only. Let me take 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. That means if other than 1, if we are multiplying with any other certain number, the result is going to be changed. But whenever we are multiplying and with 1, then the result is not going to be changed. That's why 1 1s are 1, 2 1s are 2, 3 1s are 3, 4 1s are 4, 5 1s are 5, 6 1s are 6. So whenever we are multiplying an integer with 1, the result is does not going to be changed. The result will be the integer itself. The result will be the integer itself. Either if it is positive, the result also will be positive. If it is negative, the result also will be negative. But for example, if an integer -1 is multiplying with -1, -5 is multiplying with -1, then the result will be, for example, 5 1s are. What will be the result when an integer is multiplying with 1? The result will be the number itself, 5. But now we have to simplify the operations also. Here if you observe, both are having the same symbol. So the result will be the positive. The result will be the positive. For example, -2 into -1. Okay. 2 1s are will be 2 only. Since both are having negative side, the result will be the positive. Or else, let me take 7 into -1. What will be the result? 7 1s are 7. 1 is plus, 1 is minus. What will be the result? -7. According to the multiplication properties, you have to do this. Now, but what is multiplicative identity? When we are multiplying an integer by 1, the result is just not going to be changed. Here 1 is called multiplicative identity. 1 is called multiplicative identity. 1 is called multiplicative identity. Are you able to understand? 1 is called multiplicative identity. Now next, multiplication by 0. So what we are going to learn next? Multiplication by 0. This also I explained in the previous section. But let's once go through multiplication by 0. Multiplying an integer by 0 gives 0. So if we multiply any integer with 0, the result will be the 0 itself. So a into 0 or 0 into a gives the result as 0. For example, let me take 7 into 0. What will be the result? 0. 1000 into 0. The result will be 0. If we are multiplying any integer, any large, huge integer also, the result will be 0. 1 lakh into 0, 0. 2 lakhs into 0, 0. -1 into 0, 0. -2 into 0, 0. The numerical value may be positive or it may be negative. If we are multiplying a particular integer with 0, then the result will be the 0 itself. If we are multiplying an integer with 1, then the result will be the integer itself. Understand? So in this session we discussed about the distributive property, multiplicative identity and multiplication by 0. In distributive property we discussed about the property and multiplication over addition as well as multiplication over subtraction. What is the distributive property multiplication over addition? A into B plus C equal to A into B plus A into C. Multiplication over subtraction is A into B minus C equal to A into B minus A into C. Yesterday we discussed about associative properties also. Similar, we are going to solve in 3 terms only, but there associative property we are going to perform only one operation here. Look here. A into B into C equal to A into B into C. Here we are doing both sides only, we are doing the only operation of multiplication. Either we will do only operation of addition, either we will solve only operation of subtraction. But whereas under distributive property, multiplication over addition, combination, multiplication over subtraction. I hope that you understand what is the distributive property. A into B plus C equal to, we have to solve first 2 terms. A into B plus A into C. In the similar way, A into B minus C equal to A into B minus A into C. What is meant by multiplicative identity? Multiplicative identity is nothing but if we are multiplying any integer the result is not going to be changed. The result will be the integer itself. Minus 2 into 1 minus 2, minus 3 into 1 minus 3, 4 into 1 4. So the result is not going to be changed. The what is going to multiplicative identity? One is called the multiplicative identity. One is called the multiplicative identity. What is meant by multiplication by 0? Multiplying an integer by 0 gives 0. That means if we are multiplying any integer by 0, then the result will be the 0 itself. Yes? So I hope that you understand these properties. In the next session, we are going to solve solutions by using these properties. That means already we discussed in the session about closure property, commutative property, associative property, right? By using those properties along with those, by using distributive property and this multiplicative identity, multiplication by 0, by using all these properties, we are going to solve some exercise problems, that is from exercise 5. I hope that you understand. Still, if you have any doubts regarding in this session, in the next session we are going to do some more example problems and some more exercise problems. So let's see in the next session. Thank you everyone. Thank you.